The GOP attempts revisionist history. This ought to be fun. Christie, former governor of the state of New York and former Fudgy the Whale for Carvel ice cream.
Fudgy the Whale is back. That's a whale of a cake for a whale of a dad at your participating Carvel ice cream store. Yep, and this year your Carvel dealer makes them loaded with fudge and nuts.
Is back and trying to show that he still has political prowess and influence, and he's going to be a game maker for the coming elections. And Donald Trump, yesterday's news, get over it, goodbye.
And then he went for it. He said, everybody remembers that Chris left New Jersey with a less than 9% approval rating. What do you make of him saying you had a less than 9% approval rating?
Look, I'm not going to get into a back and forth with Donald Trump, but what I will say is this. When I ran for re-election in 2013, I got 60% of the vote. When he ran for re-election, he lost to Joe Biden.
Hey, Governor, how'd that whole Bridgegate thing work out and your former staff members that you had to let go, and how many of them got indicted, and what was that all about? Yeah, you know what? Let's not even go there. We're just going to go ahead and set the record straight. You got Howard Stern thinking that he could run against Donald Trump. Now you got Fudgy the Whale, Chris Christie. He's going to set the record straight. He is the forward thinking of the GOP, and we all learned a couple of weeks ago with the election in Virginia that it's all about a forward-looking GOP that's going to win. You just totally missed it, and you demonstrated why you're part of the problem. As I've already said in our in-depth analysis of what happened in the Virginia gubernatorial election and in New Jersey, Donald Trump won. Donald Trump's ideals won. Make America great won. Put America first won. And it won big. These guys, honestly, these has-been hack GOP, which really means that they're just a lighter version of a Democrat. They had years in power. They did nothing. They accomplished zilch. And yet, from the time Donald Trump arrived on the scene, the Never-Trumpers just went after him. They had a better economic plan, although they never shared it with us while they had power. Chris Christie, feigning like he was a Trump supporter, when in reality, that he was writhing that he got knocked out of the primaries by a guy who wasn't even really a politician. Chris Christie's been at this in the swamp his whole life. And he wanted that presidency, which is the real reason he kissed Barack Obama and had that little bromance right at the end of the 2012 election cycle. Hurricane Sandy hit New Jersey. Mitt Romney kind of sputtered. He didn't know what to do. And Barack Obama, for the first time in 8 years, kind of looked like a president. And again, you had Chris Christie all over the TV just praising Barackmas Obamamus. Now, he kept saying, look, I am the governor to the people of New Jersey first. This is not about politics. The president was there for us. I simply thanked him. Over and over and over and over. The two of you looked like you were holding hands walking down the beach. It was a definite bromance. Now, he said that nobody was a bigger surrogate and cheerleader for Mitt Romney than I was. With friends like you, I'd rather have enemies. Chris Christie was not doing any of that out of this nobility of wanting to do the right thing for the people of New Jersey. He was, as he usually does when he's at an all-you-can-eat buffet, serving himself, period. Chris Christie wanted to be president. And if Mitt Romney had beaten Barack Obama, then that would have meant that Mitt Romney would have not been challenged by another Republican on his reelection 4 years later, which would have been 2016, the year Chris ran. Why did he run? Because Mitt lost. And I really believe Chris Christie, a hatchet man, can you say Saints of Newark, Sopranos kind of stuff? Chris Christie took his buddy out right at the kneecaps to ensure that he would lose so that he could run in 2016. Chris Christie is an absolute has-been dirtbag. That's all he is. You know, I remember when he gave an interview with Oprah Winfrey, and he talked about, that he grew up as the fat kid. And Oprah, of course, is doing her best to try to get into the heart and mind of this rough and tumble governor, straight talker from New Jersey, Chris Christie. This was the first time he had presidential aspirations. He's no victim. He's a bully. And there was so much talk about the way Donald Trump talked to reporters and the way he pushed back on fake news in the media. You ever watched how Chris Christie talked to reporters, talked to constituents, talked to the voting public of New Jersey when they would argue with him at a town hall? He is a bully. I understand that there are some people that have serious weight issues and they have been bullied. They have been harassed and picked on and shamed. Chris Christie's not one of those people. We have to be honest in this so-called woke culture that sometimes the people that get portrayed as bully or as victims are actually predators. There are people of size, big kids, fat kids, let's just say it, who use their size to intimidate their peers. And that is Chris Christie. He is nothing but a loudmouth, self-serving bully. He thinks he can rehabilitate his image, that the GOP will want him because, after all, we're forward-thinking now. And Rick Scott, former governor of Florida, now a U.S. senator, said, any Republican that backs away from a Trump endorsement is a fool. Oh. See, Rick Scott gets it. He knows exactly what happened in this election cycle, and he knows what's coming in the next election cycle. Make America Great is definitely on the ballot. Donald Trump showed the way of what to do. You have the rhino governor of Idaho who flew down to Mar-a-Lago trying to get Trump's favor and endorsement, and he didn't get it. The lieutenant governor did, who's running against him, because the lieutenant governor is actually a conservative. And Idaho is a mess because of that rhino. So it's going to be interesting to see in this coming midterm election cycle just how Donald Trump still has control and influence of the party. And Chris, all I can say to you is bon voyage, Fudgy the Whale. Hey, that's it for this rant. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, smack the bell, click the word all to get notification of my next rant.